Good morning and welcome to today's New York City Council hearing for the Committee on Cultural Affairs, Libraries, and International Intergroup Relations. If you wish to submit testimony, you may add testimony at council.nyc.gov. At this time, please silence all electronic devices. Just a reminder, no one may approach the dais at any point during this hearing. Chair, we are ready to begin.
Good afternoon. I'm New York City Council member Chi Osei. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I am the chair of the Committee on Cultural Affairs, Libraries, and International Intergroup Relations. Today, the committee will hear and vote on one piece of legislation, Resolution 487, sponsored by Councilmember Ina Vernikov, a resolution recognizing April 29th as End Jew Hatred Day annually in the city of New York. We're going to keep this opening statement brief today, but I want to say that I recognize and honor the significance of Resolution 487 as it seeks to address the serious rise of anti-Semitism and hate crimes across the country, as well as right here in New York City. Judaism is the second largest religion practiced in our city, and we have the largest Jewish community of any city in the world. It is no wonder that this resolution should be important to us. I want to acknowledge some members on this committee: Councilmember Ung, Councilmember Lewis, Councilmember Dinowitz, Councilmember Farias, and Councilmember Hudson. I would like to turn it over to committee counsel so that we could welcome some testimonies from a panel of testifiers.
Thank you, Chair. We do not have administration testimony, and we do not have to read an oath, so we will begin with the witnesses for today's hearing. We have 4 witnesses registered. If anyone would like to provide testimony and they are in the room, please find a sergeant at arms and fill out a witness slip. If you are watching this hearing and would like to testify remotely, you can register at our website, council.nyc.gov/testify. I will now read the names of the 4 witnesses who will be our one panel. Noam Gilboard, apologies in advance for any mispronunciations, Tamaki Kamatsu, Christopher Leon Johnson, and Gerard Gillitti. If you can please approach the table. Okay, thank you so much. So we will move in the order that I just called. The first witness today will be Noam Gilboard, and we will have a 2-minute clock. The clock is on the wall, and you may begin your testimony when ready. Thank you.
Very much. Everyone hear me?
Just make sure the red light is on.
How about now? Oh, hello? There we go.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Chair Osei and members of the committee. My name is Noam Gilboard, and I'm the COO of the Jewish Community Relations Council of New York. The mission of JCRC is to build relationships to advance the values, interests, and security of the Jewish community and to create a more interconnected New York for all. JCRC serves as the primary community relations agency for the Jewish community in the metropolitan New York area. As an active force in New York's civic and communal life, JCRC operates as a central coordinating and resource body to be a common table to cultivate understanding and joint action amongst diverse groups within the Jewish community. We cultivate deeper relationships with the broader New York community to address critical issues and engender a shared society for all, and JCRC ensures the security of the Jewish community in the face of rising anti-Semitism. JCRC speaks in favor of Council Resolution 487, which recognizes April 29th as End Jew Hatred Day annually in the city of New York. Recently, the ADL released a report showing a 39% spike in anti-Semitic incidents in New York in 2022. New York came in first among states having the highest number of reported anti-Semitic incidents. The organized Jewish community has taken steps in response. Since 2020, UJA Federation of New York has collectively invested millions of dollars in security, creating the Community Security Initiative, a joint initiative of JCRC and UJA, which is charged with providing proactive and reactive security support. From increasing physical security in buildings to research on the dark web, these efforts work hand in hand with government to increase safety. Indeed, the work of our CSI team has led it to become part of a new umbrella coalition called the Jewish Security Alliance, which will aim to act as the central point of contact for New York City area and New Jersey law enforcement communities on issues affecting all Jewish people. Moreover, oh well, okay.
You
Have
can
the rest of
finish.
it?
You could finish.
I can finish? Great. 2 more paragraphs. Moreover, as part of our 2-prong approach to addressing anti-Semitism, JCRC, on behalf of the Jewish community, also works intensively to identify common agendas and build bridges with the other New York City communities, with the belief that learning and working together creates long-term and sustainable trust, along with deeper levels of understanding that can reduce conflict and fight hate in all its forms. Yet in 2022, data shows that New York City has become the most dangerous city in America to be a Jew. There are many theories and factors that may underpin this rise in extremism, from intolerance and anti-Semitism nationally and globally, as well as COVID-19 and the many conspiracies that falsely link Jews and others to it. We believe in the leadership and actions of Speaker Adams, who has always sought to bring diverse communities together and illuminate those issues and beliefs that unite us all, rather than focus on what divides us. JCRC is committed to partnering with Speaker Adams, Chair Osei, Chair of the Jewish Caucus, Eric Dinowitz, and members of the Council on new and innovative ways to combat anti-Semitism. We believe that the more voices there are, the more voices one lends to the condemnation of hatred, not only of Jews, but of any group who is suffering the slings and arrows of intolerance and racism, the better. We commend Chair Osei and Council members Vernikov, Yeager, Menon, Gennaro, Richardson, Jordan, Dinowitz, Holden, Lee, Carr, Areola, Borelli, Kagan, and Palladino, and urge passage of this important resolution. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We'll now move to our next witness, Christopher Leon Johnson. Thank you.
All right, this thing on? All right, hey, good morning. My name is Christopher Leon Johnson. Thanks for having this panel, Mr. Osei. First off, I just say thank you for not showing up to that presser outside about bail reform, because, you know, I'm gonna talk about this right now. I'm for the bill, Intro 487, hosted by Ian Vernikov, because first off, we have to repeal bail reform. The only way you're going to end Jew hatred is by repealing bail reform. The problem is you have so many crimes against the Jewish people, and these DAs, all the 5 boroughs, including Melinda Katz, are letting these people get away with this stuff because they're scared of pissing on certain voting blocks. That should be stopped. We have to repeal bail reform. The second thing is we have to push more Holocaust education inside these schools. We need mandated Holocaust education inside these schools, especially in the inner districts, because this is where the anti-Semitism is happening majority of the time, is in those inner districts. The third thing is, you know, I know there's only 14 people that's co-sponsoring this bill. I think that's abysmal. It's horrible. I think there should be more people co-sponsoring this bill. It should be a majority that co-sponsors this bill. I think mostly a supermajority should be co-sponsoring this bill. I know that Thursday we have the vote at the stated meeting, and I'll say this right now to every councilman out there that do not want to vote for this bill. If you want to not vote for this bill, fine. It's America's free country, you could do that. But remember this, you know, we're going to vote you guys out. And I hope that people in the Jewish community start running people against these members that vote against that bill and start voting these guys and gals out, because this is ridiculous where bills like this have to be introduced to the city council. This should be introduced a way long time ago. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. The next witness will be Gerard Gelati.
Good morning. My name is Gerard Felitti. I'm an attorney and senior counsel at the Lawfare Project, which fights to uphold the legal rights of the Jewish people worldwide. I'm also an activist and counsel for the End Jew Hatred movement. And I'd like to thank you first and foremost for the opportunity to be heard. That's what End Jew Hatred Day is about. It's a day to be heard. It's a day of empowerment and unity to bring together everyone in a bipartisan way that puts politics aside and addresses the issues that we're facing right now. I don't need to tell you the numbers. You know them better than I do. Anti-Semitism is at unprecedented levels. Walk up a few blocks to Center Street. There's someone right now at a hearing who is charged with violently beating a Jewish man for no other reason than wearing a kippah. This is the society we live in. This is New York City today, and we need unity and empowerment to combat this. End Jew Hatred Day started last year. It started as a project, in a way, an initiative of the Holocaust Museum and Center for Education and Tolerance in New York. The idea was to select the day after Yom HaShoah, after the Holocaust Remembrance Day, as a day of empowerment, a day to look back on the struggles of the Jewish people throughout history, but also to look forward to how we can address the issues that we're still dealing with today. Discrimination, oppression, violence. We see this not just in New York City, but across the US. End Jew Hatred Day is a day, I keep saying this word, of empowerment. This year, we've gone from having a few elected officials last year, including, well, starting with former Senator Elijah Reichland Melnick, to this year now having a bipartisan resolution being put forth on the Senate floor in the U.S. Senate. We have Richie Torres, we have so many congressmen, we have representatives from multiple states and localities. A little county in Michigan that I've never heard of that wanted to do the right thing issued this proclamation yesterday, and they are so proud to be part of this movement, part of the group of people who want to fight the hatred that we share. Because without unity, without having a day on which we can look just at the issues facing the Jewish people, we cannot address the anti-Semitism, we cannot address the Jews' hatred, and we cannot move forward. So I thank Councilmember Vernikov for her leadership in this. I thank all of the co-sponsors of this legislation, and I thank all of you for the opportunity to be heard, and I encourage all of you to move this into a bill, to move this into law, to have this day of empowerment where the Jewish people feel heard, respected, and helped. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your testimony. And before we move to Mr. Komatsu, our final witness, just a reminder, if you're present and would like to provide testimony, please find a sergeant at arms and fill out a witness slip, even if you registered in advance. If you're watching online and would like to testify, we are monitoring the inbox, and you can register to testify at council.nyc.gov/testify. We also accept written testimony up to 72 hours after the hearing. Our next and final witness will be Mr. Komatsu. You may begin your testimony when ready, and the clock is on the wall. Thank you.
Thank you. The person who just testified just talked about the right to be heard. Crystal Hudson is using her cell phone illegally in violation of the City Council's rules. I also took a look at Farrar Lewis, who was also illegally using her cell phone during this public hearing, public forum. Mr. Ossie, I just looked at you while you also were using your phone. Prior to the start of today's hearing, I asked the City Council staff if people could present video recordings in conjunction with their testimony, in conjunction with their First Amendment, 14th Amendment rights. However, they're telling me, sorry, but we have rules for the council, you have to comply with them. And then this hearing begins. Ms. Hudson is still on her phone. Ms. Lewis was on her phone. So with regards to the right to be heard at a meaningful time in a meaningful way, tailored to their circumstances and capacity to be heard, with regards to a U.S. Supreme Court decision that itself issued 2 orders yesterday about granting petitions for writs of certiorari about public forums. Where is compliance with applicable legal standards? The point of today's hearing is about ending anti-Semitism against Jews. Guess what? I'm Jewish. Guess what? Penny Ringel, he used to work for the mayor's office. He and other Jewish people illegally prevented me from attending public forums, public meetings. That was after personnel for the HRA illegally stole my, April 12, 2017 oral arguments hearing. On the same day, I had parallel litigation. Ms. Vernikov, you're an attorney, so I think you, more than others, would understand what I'm talking about, meaning if you had an oral arguments hearing and you had a date to appear in court, you prepared for your hearing, the other side stole your hearing, stole your First Amendment rights, you would be royally pissed about that. So the point is, if there was a town hall meeting, shortly thereafter, I tried to walk through the doors, a public resource fair meeting, I tried to walk through the doors. They illegally did not let me walk through those doors. So those were Jewish people. I'm Jewish. That oral arguments hearing, the legal adversary was Jewish. So with regards to, I guess...
You're at time, sir.
I'm sorry, but with all due respect, you let other people exceed their testimony?
You're at time.
Okay. Second Circuit, void this hearing. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your testimony. At this point, we have no other witness slips, and no one has registered online. I'm checking the inbox. So this concludes this panel. Thank you very much to all of you. I'm not seeing anyone here that is waiting to testify. So next we will move to the chair and our sponsor's statement. Thank you.
Thank you, Committee Counsel, and to all of our witnesses this morning. I would like to welcome the sponsor of this resolution, Councilmember Ina Vernikov, and invite her to provide remarks on her legislation. Councilmember Vernikov.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Committee Chair, and my colleagues in this committee for hearing and voting today on my resolution to proclaim April 29th as End Jew Hatred Day. I also thank all my colleagues who signed on and all those who came here to testify today. And I am proud of the bipartisan support this resolution has received. The Jewish community within 5 boroughs of New York City represents the largest Jewish community of any city in the world, with nearly half of New York City's Jews living in the borough of Brooklyn. Judaism is the second largest religion practiced in New York City, and yet the Anti-Defamation League records 2,717 anti-Semitic incidents which occurred in the United States in 2021 alone, averaging out to more than 7 incidents per day, representing a 34% increase in acts of harassment, vandalism, and assault since 2020. The ADL also found that in 2021, the highest number of anti-Semitic incidents took place in New York State, with 51 anti-Jewish assaults taking place in New York City. In 2021, there were more assaults on Jews in Brooklyn than anywhere else in America. And according to a report compiled by Americans Against Anti-Semitism, 94% of anti-Jewish assaults targeted identifiable Jews. It is unthinkable to imagine that in this modern day and age, in the great United States of America, the place of freedom and tolerance, and in the great New York State, the beacon of democracy, our beloved New York City, the most tolerant and accepting city in the world, there can be so much hatred against this ethnic minority. This must end. On April 29, 2022, an End Jew Hatred Day proclamation was signed into law in New York State, and the Nassau County Legislature declared that End Jew Hatred Day will be recognized annually on April 29th. Our city must do the same. This resolution will send a strong message that New York City does not and will not tolerate any form of hate, bigotry, and specifically anti-Semitism, and will commit to working together to end Jew hatred. I ask this committee to vote in support of this resolution. Thank you all.
Thank you, Councilmember Vernikov. I did recognize my members already. Finally, I would like to thank my staff as well as the committee staff and others who worked on preparing this legislation, including Naomi Hopkins, my chief of staff, May Butcher-Pongvatana, my budget and policy director, Brenda McKinney, senior counsel to the committee, Regina Paul, legislative policy analyst to the committee, Sandra Gray, our senior financial analyst, and Christy Dwyer, legislative policy analyst who drafted the legislation. Since there is no administration today and we already heard from our witnesses, I will now pass this on back to Brenda so that we could go into a vote.
And just to check, I'm just confirming that Councilmember Moya is present online and Councilmember Hanif is also here. We're just waiting for the clerk. It should take 1 moment and then we will be moving to the vote. But we have no other witnesses present or online, so this concludes the public testimony portion of this hearing, and we'll just be 1 moment until the vote. Thank you so much. And just so everyone knows, the clerk is coming from 250 from another hearing room, so it'll just be 1 moment, but we'll be starting again in just a moment. Thank you for your patience.
All right, so we are ready for a vote of Resolution 487. I do want to recognize my colleagues once again, Councilmember Ung, Councilmember Joseph, Councilmember Dinowitz, Councilmember Vernikov, Councilmember Hanif, Councilmember Farias, Councilmember Hudson, and online Councilmember Moya. What did I say, Louis? Joseph? Oh my, Councilmember Lewis. I know, I'm Haitian myself. I know. I want to turn it over to Billy so that we could take a vote on this resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Cultural Affairs. Chair Osei.
Anti-Semitism is on the rise across the globe and in our city. We see it in the hate crimes Jews increasingly face while minding their own business walking down the street. I see it in my district, representing a Jewish constituency. We also see it in the Republican Party's attempt to smear opponents by falsely painting them as beholden to the Holocaust survivor George Soros. With perhaps the most significant implication for public policy, we see anti-Semitism rear its ugly head at the top of one of two major party tickets. Indicted former President Donald Trump's decisions to welcome avowed neo-Nazis like Nick Fuentes into his home and into his inner circle is terrifying and should be disqualifying. Still, he seems to only continue to consolidate Republican support nationwide and right here in New York and within our council. Recognizing the dangers presented by the virus of anti-Semitism in both personal acts of violence and in the GOP standard-bearer's decision to embrace the worst offenders, I understand the importance of this resolution. I vote aye.
Thank you. Moya.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Lewis.
Congratulations to the bill sponsor. I vote aye.
Dinowitz.
Congratulations, Councilmember Vernikov, and thank you for bringing this to a vote, Chair Osei, and I vote aye.
Farias.
Permission to explain my vote? I'm happy to vote in favor of the bill during a time where we are seeing an increase of anti-Semitism and violence against our Jewish neighbors, and hope to see us continue the fight for all other forms of hate against our AAPI, LGBTQ, especially trans folks, immigrants, and undocumented neighbors, and Latinos that go uncounted and underreported. We need to stand with everyone experiencing unnecessary hate, violence, and intolerance in this city and everywhere. Thank you, and I vote aye.
Thank you. Hanif.
I abstain.
Hudson.
Permission to explain my vote?
Permission.
Thank you. Today I'll be voting aye on this resolution, but I would be remiss if I did not point out the irony of sending a letter supporting transphobic legislation that prevents trans kids from playing sports and then asking this body to support legislation to combat hatred of another marginalized community. To paraphrase Pastor Martin Niemöller, we must advocate for and speak out against hate of all marginalized communities, including and not limited to the Jewish community, of which I also represent. We must end hate in all forms and against all people, and I look forward to working with this council to meet that goal. I vote aye.
Joseph. Ung.
I vote aye.
A vote of 7 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 1 abstention. Item has been adopted by the committee.
Well, without further ado, this hearing has commenced.